Good morning, everyone. So let's make sure we end today with a bang. Such a nice little pop in the market.
Welcome back to Spot. We're paying close attention to crude oil. Prices are higher after the U.S. tightened sanctions on Russian exports. Specifically, the U.S. saying that two shipping companies had violated the oil price cap put in place by G7 countries that was designed to starve Russia, originally of excess profits that could fund its war in Ukraine while also keeping oil flowing internationally. Check out how the oil majors are trading. Also, you can look at WTI crude up about 4.5% right now, but you're looking across the board. ExxonMobil up 1.5%. Occidental and BP there up over 2% right now.
Just over half an hour to go until the opening bell on Wall Street. And joining us right now on the markets is Catherine Rooney-Vera. She is Chief Market Strategist at StoneX. And wow, a lot to digest this week, Catherine. Why don't we just talk about the earnings we've seen this morning? Because this next week is going to be a huge crush of earnings. So far, so good. It looks like most of these companies are coming in above expectations, at least for the financials.
That's right, Becky. And earnings expectations you've seen come down a little bit for 3Q, but rising for 4Q. My outlook is a little bit more negative. I find it difficult to imagine margin expansions and corporations doing better when you have this triple whammy of rising
I just took a long on ES. It's looking like we're gonna head back up to 44.10 to 44.20.
I think looks optimistic, especially when we're talking about a deceleration in economic activity and probably earnings revisions to the downside as composite PMIs roll over.
So what do you think? Is this an opportunity, just given the momentum shift that we've seen recently, or not? Would you get ahead of kind of the return of the bulls, at least over the last week?
Well, I'm more about optimistic on fixed income and equities at this juncture. Usually when you're at the last height of the Fed's tightening cycle, fixed income generally does very well. In fact, yields drop about 100 basis points over the course of the next 12 months. So I think that U.S. Treasury yields look enticing. I like agency mortgage-backed securities. The relative value there is remarkable. And then in the equity space,
I'm gonna set a buy limit on NQ at 15,292.
Staples, healthcare, and I think insurance companies as well.
And in terms of rates, look, I think this is the big question. This has been the trillion-dollar question that people have been watching, especially after the lousy 30-year auction that we saw yesterday. What do you do? Lee Cooperman told us yesterday that he wouldn't be buying longer-term bonds below 5.5%, that he wouldn't touch them.
Yeah. Well, look, I think that if we are entering a phase of the economic cycle of recession and the Fed is targeting real rates, then there is a good chance that the Fed does cut rates next year. If they're targeting real rates of 2.5% to 3%, it's really hard to imagine.
We still got one more chart to set up.
Rates as high as they are in a deteriorating
let's see.
In that environment, I do think that.
So I know you guys are seeing how oil and gold are both spiking with the sanctions that are being put on the companies affiliated with Russia. It's going to cause more of a conflict.
Oil prices and their impact not only on inflation, but Becky, I would argue that it's more a deflationary thing going on because it will impact consumer demand and potentially bring us forward in terms of that economic recession, which is really my base case going into 2024.
Yeah, that's what makes a market, a lot of different opinions. Catherine, I want to thank you for your time this morning. Great seeing you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, let's take a final check on the markets this morning. It has been a morning.
What's good, Dodge Trader?
Sentiment. We started things out with the Dow off by about 50 points below fair value. At this point, Dow futures up by just over 111 points. This has been happening as earnings have come in better than expected, pretty much across the board. We heard from J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo. We heard from BlackRock.
That was coming. NQ bounce off of yesterday as well.
United Healthcare. A lot of numbers.
Yes, lately.
S&P futures right now up by about 13 points. The NASDAQ higher by 16. We've been watching treasuries
Yep.
this morning too, and those yields
Beautiful
are slightly lower
bounce.
this morning. But of course, that has been the big ticket item.
NQ
Folks,
should
that
go
does it for us today.
should go higher from what I'm seeing
Everybody,
on
make sure you
this
join us for next week. Right now, it's time for Squawk on the Street.
1 hour and 15-minute time frame. Good morning, good morning. What are you looking at? I am looking at longs. I'm looking at longs on the market today. I just had entered into a long position on ES. My entry on ES is 43.94.50.
After the opening bell. Roadmap begins with the banks topping estimates pretty much across the board. We'll dig into that. The Microsoft Activision deal officially done as Britain's
Let's
watchdog
go.
gives
Oh, if NQ gets below the low, that, you know what? I'm not even gonna play around. I'm gonna stop scaling in on NQ.
Order filled.
And I'm gonna leave room to add
efficiency ratios look good.
Yeah, it's funny
80.
because obviously
Yeah.
this group came in as cold as I've ever seen it.
Let's go.
What a change from
I entered NQ at 15.336.
over. That was the first big quarter. These quarters, when you listen to them,
And I have an ad at
in this environment,
15.292.
these things are 7, 8, 9, 10 times earnings, and they're trading like steel mills, and they're really filled with a lot of smart people who are doing a lot of good things, who show you they can make a lot of money without underwriting, without M&A. So, there's kind of going to be a bit of a revaluation here, recognizing that this group had become went to the bottom of the list of what people want to own. And now you're starting to think, wow, you know what? They have good efficiency ratios. They're making a lot of money in a very difficult environment. What happens if the environment gets better?
What's the secret
I
to
think the stock, JP
passing
Morgan, when I
these
came in, was
props?
down
I need
70
to
cents.
trade less
So I'm like, we're in a
aggressively
vacuum. I'm saying, well, maybe
to enter
don't
a
see anything
position
wrong. And
early.
then the comp school, they come on.
There's really no secret. I mean, it's once you find a setup, take it, right? How I approach it is this. Let's say whatever the target goal is, right? And then you have about at least with the futures firms, most of them have a reoccurring fee that you will incur until you pass the evaluation. So what you can do is you take whatever the profit target is and you divide it by how many trading days you want to complete it in. For me, normally it's no less than 7 days. So I'll take the profit target and I'll divide it by 7 days, which is the minimum trading days for Apex, and then that's my target for the day. Some days I smash it and I do more than that. Other days, I come close to it or I just hit it. And then once I do, I wait for another opportunity. There are days where literally we can pass it in 1 or 2 days based on momentum, based on the setups and how well we scale in and scale out before. If you're able to successfully trade on your own personal capital, I mean, granted, on your personal capital, you can withstand a bit more of a drawdown than these prop firms. But essentially what you want to do is take whatever the profit target is and subtract it, divide it by 10 days, 12 days, 15 days. So now that way you're not burdening yourself with having to hit such a high target in one day. A lot of people try to get this done in 1 or 2 days, and it's like if the setup's not there, the setup's not there, right? But if you take your time and you come in it on a meticulous aspect, where it's like, okay, let's say on the 300K, I have to make I have to make 20K, right? 20K is the profit target, right? So that means I can either shoot to make it in either 7 days or 10 days. Maybe that's my problem time to pass it. Yeah, that you can't try to pass it too quick, because when you do and you come into a day where there's not much volume in the market, you end up over trading, you end up taking unnecessary losses, right? So when you come in it that way, and for me, that's how I do. Like, I look at the firm, it's like, okay, what's the minimum trading days? minimum trading days again for Apex is 7 days, right? So for me, 7 days to make 20 grand, I would have to average out about $2,800 on a $300,000 account. And if it was a 50K account, I would just have to make about $428 a day to be able to pass that in 7 days. Because even if you passed it in 2 days, you still have to trade for those remaining 5 days for the system to register. So you're better off trying to fulfill it by the 7 days. And if you really want to take your time, make it 10 days, make it 15 days, make it 20 days, right? So if I want to complete this, let's say in 20 days, all I have to do is make $1,000 a day. Make 1,000 a day, shut it down, go to my other accounts, do my thing, make my profit, shut it down, go to another account, and so forth. So the problem is a lot of people put the pressure on themselves to get it done in 1 or 2 days, and sometimes the setups are not there.
Your notion is that opportunity will always exist, despite whatever backdrop you're given in your life.
I mean, was there opportunity December 8th, 1941? Problematic. Was problematic. Was there opportunity when Jimmy Carter was president and he basically told you, listen, there's really no reason for hope? And I know he's a sainted figure, but I was alive during the May last period, and I said,
Let's
we're
go.
not in a great time.
Y'all CES, let's go, baby. Yes, keep it pushing for me. Push it to the limit.
Does it strike you as odd, though, that given the news this week, the Dow's on pace to break a 4-week loss?
That's what I want to ask Larry. Because that is
Order filled.
La 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 la. Wait till I get my money right. Whoa. Oh, I hope she comes back and fills me. Let's go. Like ES, I want the smoke. Slow and steady wins the race. Indeed, the market will always be there. Facts. So yeah, so you can't be rushing it, man. And again, like I said, there are days where you can do it in 1 day, 2 days, but guess what? You still have to trade for those other 5 days. So why stress yourself in trying to get it done at once? And if you want to take 30, 40 days to do it, just know that you'll get that reoccurring fee. But as long as the account is in profits, you're not gonna be bothered. I'm waiting for a little pullback. Yeah, very, very good news. So this market's just gonna fly. Today's gonna be a very, very good day. It's like, baby, just give me that pullback. Just a moment. Oh, positive earnings. The reason the market's up is because of positive earnings. So I am in a long small position. Yes, we'll add. Okay. Yes, it is. You're leaving room to add. Yes. One. 6 a.m. Huh? That'd been a sweet long. La 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 till I get mine. You can't tell me nothing. 15 minutes till the open. I don't know. I don't know if NQ is gonna give us a decent pullback, guys. We might have to chase, to be honest.
They all said review, just a total review. So I figured this would happen. There was, there was a pretty fatuous reason that there would be less money programs. Now I will say, just want to distinguish that between Jonathan Cantor and Justice both sued, where Stephen King was a key witness.
Order filled.
Adding to my NQ long, I don't think it's going to give us a decent pullback. I'm still leaving room in the event if it does. But let's see. You can't tell me nothing. Let's hop to it.
We put up the best case we could. They were slapped down in that ruling. The only person I've ever searched is Judge Kaplan, by the way, who's the judge for SPM, who's very tough. But this was a ruling which just basically said, guys, please, get some lawyers, find out what you're doing. You really don't know what you're doing. And so if they go up against that, they will lose so quickly their heads are going to spin faster than Reagan. And I don't mean president.
Do you think any of this is a comment on the benefits of sticking to your guns if you are corporate involved in a deal? And facing
Look,
obstacles to close.
This is the beginning. I've been with some M&A lawyers and bankers. M&A bankers think every deal is going to get passed because they get paid that way. But M&A lawyers are starting to say, you know what? I thought that I've been advising every single client to make that deal, and now they're advising. Listen, I think that has there's precedent, and you'll win in court, but you'll be opposed, but you'll win in court. So do you have 9 months? Do you have a year? And that's a big change of dialogue and dynamic.
Yeah, and then explain some of the M&A commentary from Larry, who we'll talk to in a moment.
Yes.
BlackRock and JPM and others of the banks today.
Well, look, I think that, obviously President Biden wouldn't have picked Lina Khan if he didn't think that that's the right way to go. And by the way, it's absolutely true that shareholders benefit from takeovers. But where did it ever happen and said that shareholders aren't supposed to benefit? And by the way, can I just tell them that the combination between Exxon and Pioneer gives them 15%, but the Rockefeller had 100%, and that is heavily concentrated.
We'll get Kramer's Mad Dash countdown to the opening bell on an eventful Friday morning as we kick off Q3 earnings season in force. Futures are positive here. We'll get the opening bell in 10 minutes with BlackRock's Larry Fink still on deck.
Getting a little pullback here. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's a little pullback. I mean, at this point, if we do, we might get a pullback to 15,323, but I don't know, man. It ain't looking like we're gonna get it. So I mean, I'm already in, and I'm just looking to add. And if we can break above, so basically if NQ can break above this level right here, so let me mark it off. We gonna fly up, wrong thing, trying to, voila. Okay, so trying to edit, change the color to something that'll stick out. Okay, so if NQ can break above this level, and any retest of this would be a nice long, but I definitely think we're gonna just right through the roof. But if it gives us a nice pullback, if we can get a nice pullback anywhere between 15,322 and 15,300. Remember, yesterday I had a hard time getting under. Oh no, that was the day before. The day before, it was having a hard time getting below 15,300. So let's see. Give it to me.
This was the famous pickleball incident, where you suddenly said, wait a second, the medical loss is bad, and it's the jaws dropped from everybody because UNH never misses.
Nice
Well,
fit,
UNH is back, and
Lord.
they've got the medical loss ratio perfect. They gain every line item I like. Some people say that their optim business wasn't that good. I say, give me a break. But this is a key component in the healthcare universe. And I just want to point people out that there will be a plethora of stocks that will trade well off this.
Have you heard anything on GLP-1s from them yet?
Scaling into the position or just doing 1 or 2 contracts max. You wouldn't want to trade the minis NQ with a 50K account unless like your entries are like spot on. You could, I would say, like trade the micros and maybe ES and Dow, or maybe ES and the micros NQ, to be able to average out whatever your daily goal is. But yeah, on a 50K account, I wouldn't recommend trading the minis unless your entries are like spot on, and your patience, and you have the discipline to be able to cut trades as soon as it's not going in your favor. And the 50K account with Apex, you have a $2,500 trailing drawdown, which is from the highest account value. But once you get funded, that $2,500 trailing drawdown goes away, right? And now now you just can't allow the value of the account. Once you get the account like in profits and you've taken a withdrawal, you can't allow the account to go down to $50,100. And it's the same thing for the 100K, 300K, 250, 200K accounts. Okay, we getting a pullback. Come on, yes. Oh, I'm about to hit this hard. Yep, nice pullback. Come on. So like I said, on a 50K account, all you need to do is make $430 a day, and you'll pass it in 7 days. A bit more, a little bit more. And for anyone that's debating, oh, should they do a 50, 100? It all depends on your preference. There's a psychological aspect of things where I know like some traders that they're awesome in trading, but they can't seem to trade a 200 or a 100K account. So what they do is they get a 50K account, and then they trade off of that, and then they just link their 100 and 200K accounts to their 50K account. So whatever they make on their 50, they make it on the 200. So
interest rates go higher, bond prices drop.
come
And I would
on.
not be a buyer of bonds until we got to over 5%.
That's Lee Cooperman yesterday, CNBC's FA, some sort of echoing others on the street like Bill Ackman.
Yeah, and we get to hear from Larry Fink, obviously, who's got a lot more to say on this issue and knows much more than I do. I will say that I'm very much with Lee. I've not made a move. We've obviously can't own stocks.
1 minute.
I have cash. I'm not attracted at this level. I just think that there's the 20-year at 5. Even that doesn't intrigue me. I got to get a better return because I'd rather be in the S&P 500.
Were you freaked out by the auction yesterday? And
That's
that
right, man.
midday sell?
Because those idiots in Treasury did it. You know, I'll say that. Why did they
You
define
can
me
also
as
say
30-year? I begged them to
so
do
if
30-year
you
paper.
trade
Every
one.
Treasury secretary,
Yep,
not this
exactly.
take my call. Right,
So
right,
there's a
doesn't
lot
matter.
of different
She's
ways
done
to tackle it.
Probably would take my call for some
Okay, here we
And
go.
Treasury,
18
it's just not a relationship
seconds.
with
Come on,
Treasury.
Nash.
It's
Can you
typical.
get a little
But
deeper
I know the
pullback?
previous reach out to your
I just
secretary.
want to add a couple minis.
30-year, because it seemed
Just want to add
just
a couple
such an
minis. That's
obvious
all.
giveaway. They do, just an obvious do. And now they do 30-year. I mean, there's someone there has to really get in touch with them, which is
There we
true.
go.
I think they're on a permanent intellectual vacation there.
Meantime, B of A today, Hartnett argues that the 10-year,
Let's
if it
go.
can stay below 5, maybe the S&P holds 4,200. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, if we're just going to totally link it to the bonds, then let's just
Oh,
go on autopilot.
Order
That's
filled.
really-
stop the
there's-
bullshit.
United Health is not going to trade with the
Bruh.
bonds. Okay, there are
Beautiful,
individual stocks.
beautiful
We are in
spike.
early
Let's
stages,
go.
And now there are individual stocks that trade, and I don't want to play the hedge fund game of just looking at the S&P because we're not trading.
Let's go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beautiful. I knew they weren't gonna. They were not gonna make it easy, huh? Let's go. Ooh, yes.
Order filled.
Let's go. Let's go. Spike, spike, spike. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Ooh. Alright, so I took profits because it's just a nice little rejection here. Come on. So pull back to continue. Come on. No, she gonna keep it going. She ain't done yet. She ain't done yet.
Order filled.
Let's go. I want this. Come on, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Obviously, a strategic move that is
Order filled.
Don't play with me. Let's go. Come on.
You don't get the lights turned on until you have the hostages
I
back.
got time for you,
And I
baby.
think that
Yep.
they have always
Order
been-
filled.
Let's go. Scaling back in.
They're trying to push people
Don't
that
play with
way.
me.
But
Do
I
not.
think that
Do
there are a
not
lot
play
of
with
people
me.
I
There
think
you
who
go.
feel
Go. Run it.
that the
Run it.
situation
She
is
needs to
not
get
out
over
of control,
that level.
that what Israel's doing is trying to
33.
figure out a
Come
way
on.
to make it so there's the least bloodshed, but there will be a lot of bloodshed.
Come
And I
on.
just
She
don't
needs to
know.
get
I think
over
there's a
this
lot of
level.
people- when you hear people talk about how they're worse than ISIS, what that does is take off. the
She gonna
field,
go. Nasa's
where
gonna go
one
over.
country
Come on.
is the United
Come on.
States, which has been a
Let's
huge
go.
backer and saved Israel
Play with your mama.
the
Are you kidding me, Zio?
and people don't realize that Israel would have lost the Yom Kippur War because they haven't done the work. And Nixon saved them with Kissinger. So, I mean, I think that it seemed off the table when you heard what both the defense secretary and Blinken said,
wonderful.
which was, look, if it's ISIS, well, then do what you have to.
Sure. Defense Secretary's there now. Of course, and Blinken's going to be making his way around the region. I think Amman is on cities. All sectors for the time being, though, are green, and we should probably mention oil up high, Jim. 4%. This would be the best day in a couple of months.
Yeah, I think it's manipulated now. I just find that oil goes
Come
up
on,
on a
baby.
statement, go down on a statement, but there's plenty of supply. There is just, I think, an attempt to try to keep the price higher. Russian sanctions have not worked whatsoever because the Chinese won't play ball. I want to go back to Israel for a second.
Oof. Y'all
Israel,
see?
we have
Oh,
personal views,
goodness.
and we have
Dow
views
Jones.
that we could talk about where our personal views can suffuse it, but I don't think that's right. I have a view, but what I'm trying to do is just say what I said.
Just added to my NQ long on the Forex side.
I'm trying to discipline
Damn,
somebody
that
who
was
might
it.
want to say, listen, I'm pulling everything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that that's what it
Yep,
seems like what
keep
they're
pulling.
doing. And that's strategy, and it's a strategy that's different from what people thought they were going to do. That's what I've said.
Very good. By the way, J.P. Morgan yesterday did get bullish. They said once again on global energy, reiterates an $80 target. They're talking about a supply deficit next year with upside risk to the 150 range.
We're going to speak to someone who has more international background than I am in a moment, but I mean, to me, we have an axis of evil, not unlike what President Reagan talked about. The Russians do what they want. The
Order
Chinese do what they
filled.
want.
Adding to my
It doesn't
NQ
mean that
long.
I don't think the Chinese have to be part of an axis of evil.
Cost average
I think that they're going to
15,339.
position, 'cause I
6
don't think they
contracts. Let's go.
They say they are. And I'm not making
Let's
an
go.
NFL analogy, but I do think that there's more hope with China than there is with Russia.
I'm
And I
dip
don't want
buying,
to say
I'm
that they're
dip
the same
buying,
kind of
I'm
countries.
dip buying until this thing do what I'm expecting it to do, which it needs to get over this 15,363. I think it will.
Then I think
I
that the
know
world
she
will be a
will.
safer place.
So banks will help lead us here, Jim. I guess sort of segues into our coming guest in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, look, Charlie Sharp, because Wells Fargo, the diversity and inclusion people, a terrific group. That stock was up $1, and now it's only up $1 versus J.P. Morgan, which has done incredibly well. And I just think that the one thing about J.P. Morgan is just that they have that one-day moves that surprise people, and a lot of that I think is because they're very close about what's happening. So going on, so you tend to be surprised. It's a good quarter. And you know, when you get JP Morgan at
Get into the 20s. Is it gonna hold?
I don't know if you're reading The House of Morgan by Chernow, you will know that they should never trade at 9 times earnings. They're better than that. Much better than that. Well, I am so excited because we have someone who's going to make it so. Someone who does a lot more history than I do and a lot more
Order filled.
look of what's going on in the world. And BlackRock reported terrific quarter this morning, and I think that
Order
the
filled.
fact that there's outflows, it just shows you that technologically they're doing a lot to make it so that that's no longer the full
way.
way we look at it.
Oh my goodness, the
over
Dow.
$9 trillion. When you look at it, when you see that number, that's like governments. You just think, oh, $9 trillion, that must be the U.S. government. Anyway, BlackRock's
Adding to Dow long, looking for the Dow to take out yesterday's highs.
Thank you, Jim. Carl, good to see you.
And I wanted to ask you,
Okay. Oh my gosh, come on, this. Okay. Just like yesterday, NQ just wants to play around.
If you're disappointed with these numbers,
Stop playing. Nice pullback though.
there's really not more that you can do, and it just happens to be the world and where the
Come on,
odds
bro.
are that I think are making it so your competition is tough.
Look, as you said, I mean, revenues were up 5%, operating income was up 7%, net income was up 14%.
Okay.
We did have some outflows in our precision ETFs, which is a great example of more people are choosing iShares to trade around, actively trading it. And when market
She's really
sentiment
testing.
turned, like
Really
August,
testing.
September,
Okay,
people
come
see
on.
that daily. People should pay attention to precision. You know sentiment.
I ain't getting shaken out.
However,
It's
hundreds
just.
of billions of dollars in the last few years. So it's every time we've seen this period of time when we see outflows, we see real inflows when sentiment turns.
Come on, are we gonna hold?
India pulled out money. It had nothing to do with it. Our normal flows were 95% of the average flows of the last bunch of quarters. And then systematically over the last 12 months, we're up $300 billion in net inflows. You know, and we see huge opportunities and flows over the next year or so because of all the things we're working on. And, but there is no question. We
Order
have
filled.
our understanding of the
Just
tech
added to the
deployment
NQ
of our
again.
ETF platform and our global network. And unquestionably, we're seeing, you know, my barometer.
So I'm averaging down, as you guys can tell.
With all the geopolitical issues, we're seeing
There's
more
no
fear,
way
more
with the
people
way the Dow's pushing. And if you could look at ES as well is holding its gains and moving up. There's no way that NQ doesn't follow suit. Just like yesterday, ES and Dow Jones were the first ones to just start dropping, and they kept going lower, whereas NQ did the opposite, and then what the NQ did towards the end of the day caught up to them. Same scenario today. Oh, it's about to be a very early day for me. Let's go. Yeah, I ain't got time for y'all. Try to play me like I'm not about this life. Let's go. Come on, there we go. I'm in profits on my ad. My cost average right now is 15,330. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do you know who I am? Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on.
Technology is allowing us to recalibrate that. And then we're also recalibrating. You look at the growth rates of India.
Yeah.
You look at the growth
This
rates
shit
of Mexico.
really get on my nerves.
Yes, both. I know you know Mexico very well.
Yeah.
India was quite impressive this
And
quarter.
that's where
Let's
money's
go.
going to.
Right.
I was in Japan last week, and the amount of investor
Got time
interest
for
to
your
invest in Japan is
shenanigans.
extraordinary. We have a prime minister, a new prime minister in
Come on,
Kishida,
baby. Come
who
on.
has really reoriented the entire economy.
Come
more
on.
business-friendly,
Keep it
business
going.
open,
Keep it going.
very
Beautiful
trying
ad.
to attract
Beautiful
more
ad.
external capital. So we're seeing actually money
Let's
moving from different
go.
locations back into Japan. And Japan has been an
So
area
I'm in a total of 9 contracts. So once I get in profits, I'm gonna close it out and rescale back in. Come on, give me some profits. Give me some profits. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yes, baby. Yes.
Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
Closed out. I'm scaling back in. 3 contracts. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh my God. Was my add-on point or was my add-on point? Oh, taking some profits. Oh, come on, Dow. Yes, ES, guys. Yeah, we about to have a nice 40. Ooh. Ooh. I dare not say it. I dare not say it. I dare not say it. I'm in micros and minis. I'm going ham right now, guys. Let's go. She gonna break, man. She gonna pull. She gonna break. Let's go. Lock in some profits here. Come on. Talk to me. Nice. Oh, if you guys can see this P&L right now, you guys might as well just hit the floor. Let's go. Ooh, yes, baby. Yes. Yes. Go. Do it for me. Do it for me.
Order filled.
Taking some profits. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. I'm about to do the Macarena. Let's go. Let's go. 5,600.
Watching this. At the same time, you know, the headlines of every newspaper, every website is about the fear issues of this. But if you today's investing in
wow, and it's only been, it's only 9:40. Oh yeah, 56, 62.
now if you overlay the incredible transformation.
Holy shit, $30 away from 40 racks.
Okay, this week we discovered that these drugs can help in renal failure. They can help in other things. Now, if you overlay that and like
I'm a problem, I tell you.
that extends the pathway by at least 40%.
I need some tunes for this,
And so
cause
why is the market collapsing?
oh my lord, oh my lord.
I'm talking about these opportunities of
I don't know if y'all can see, but I see the chills, man. Y'all see the hair sticking up.
we have recalibration of supply chains that's going to bring jobs here, opportunities here in the United States, in Mexico and India and other places. So, you know, we're spending so much time on the negatives, but all of this just tells me why you need to continue investing.
Calm down.
So much I'm talking about the fact we're not going to insurance zero. Maybe we should talk about the idea that we're on the slice of it's going to be sad.
She giving all me about the money. She put in my hand, don't know what it was. She knows I'm the fan, but don't know enough. My trust is in the God we trust. Sipping on water to touch. She got her own face, she need her buzz. Might give her a chance, just giving up. Out of the trance, just giving up. Not on those hands, just giving up. They gon' be fans, just giving up. They gon' my plans, just giving up. Still in the gym, I do damn plans. I like it for real, ain't giving up. Like they know the drill, they give it up. Like if you got the steal, they give it up. Taking these M's, they giving us. They're running, it feel like it's 10 of us. Like an animal. I mean, this shit like a cinema.
Yes, that is correct. I am currently up $5,662 on 6 accounts. Add it up, bro. For a second, I was seeing kind of blur. I'm like, wait, 33. I was like, wait. I thought I was about to say like, yo, I'm like $30 away from 40 racks, but then I'm like, oh no, it's 33, not 39. Less than an hour. less than an hour. Yearly salary, less than an hour. Ooh. Let's go. And we ain't done. We ain't done. It's not 10 o'clock yet. It's not 11 yet. We want some more. Do we want more? Absolutely.
It proves out. You got to have a 10, 20-year view. Okay, I'm a hopeful person. I believe that in 10 years and 20 years, humanity is in a better position than it is today. With that view, I want to own hard assets. I want to own equities. I want to be a part of this economy.
But how do you deal with the fact there's so many people come on our shows and say this is the most perilous time? I saw one say it's the most perilous time since World War II. Others talking about how the budget deficit is going to reduce us to a pitiful helpless
yes.
giant.
Oh, we pulling back? Oh. Do I dare do it again?
One of the facts that makes me shudder. In 2000, the U.S. deficit was $8 trillion.
I'm gonna take a few minutes to pause.
So think about it.
I want to hit it again.
23 years,
Fuck
we
it.
raised our deficits by 25.
Order filled.
Re-entering NQ, 3 contracts, 15,322. I want the smoke.
Shrink our way out of this. We have to grow ourselves
I
out of
want
it.
the smoke.
I actually believe
If I can snag 50 points off of this trade, that'll put me 3K closer. Oof, oof. Put me at 36. Let's go. Come on.
going to every government. I've been in 6 countries the last 2 weeks. I'm
Come on.
going
I
to
need
6 more countries in the next 2 weeks.
15,372. Can I get it? She gonna need to get over this 63 area, man. If she can get over the 63 area.
That's where BlackRock comes in. Working with governments, working with states, working with municipalities on forget about the old way of financing.
You didn't catch some of this long, bro?
Provide, more opportunities for private sector to invest.
Come on.
And that's going to be the 8 to 12% investment for our
Okay, now you speak about governments.
Order filled.
Taking 2 off, leaving 1.
Anybody I deal with, perhaps I don't deal
on.
with Kissinger, which is a shame because I think he still does more.
He's an amazing man, especially at 101. We should all be
Better
that,
than lost, bro.
having that type of acuity at 101.
But when I listen to him, I think he does say.
Okay, awesome.
One of my professors, I'm so old, said that we've got to solve the China thing before it really goes off the rails. Is there a way
God
to solve China?
almighty. CEO really
Look,
testing me.
there is a recalibration of relationship going on. And if you're in a recalibration of the relationship, it creates this type of stress. Okay, I think we woke up that relationship was too asymmetric. Our trade imbalance continues. We had a
Okay,
trade
yep,
agreement in
coming back down.
2017.
Ugh,
China
she
had
gonna
only
play. She gonna play today.
what they committed to. They're not investing. They're not.
How's
buying
everyone
more
else looking
goods.
so
We're
far?
trying to make our trade
I know I can't be the only one up on the day.
each other. They should be buying more of our agriculture. They should be reaching out to finding ways of deepening the relationship. You know, we had 6 U.S. senators in China this past week. A dialogue, calibrating,
Anywhere above 15,300 is gonna be a good re-add or rebuy. Yeah, so I'm looking. I got in at 15,322. I re-entered. I took 2 contracts off at 15,334, and I'm looking to re-add as long as we can remain holding above 15,300. I'm just gonna continue adding, and if it doesn't look like it's gonna follow through, I'm gonna just take the 10, 15, 20 points. Even. But dip buys, I'm telling you, this thing is gonna go. At least I'm pretty sure it's gonna go, but there's always that off chance that it doesn't. That it takes its sweet time. Yeah, it is. Let's go. Come on, baby.
We are going to see a systematic outflows out of China if they don't reorient themselves to be working with
Beautiful,
their
beautiful,
clients.
beautiful.
And so I'm not saying it's going to work out. It can get worse, but I noticed we have this.
Flag on the pins gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of pictures in the icy chain. Why you claim that you rich? That's a false claim. I'll be straight to the whip, no baggage claim. Whole lot of stamps, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram. I be rocking it like it's fresh out the pan. Only when I'm taking pics, I'm the middleman. Walk talking like a boss, I just lift the hand. 3 million cash, call me Rain Man. Money like a shower, that's my Rain Dance. Get me on the black, like it's gangland. Say the wrong words, you be hangman.
Ooh, let's go.
Mr. What kind of car you in? In the city, put my name, nigga, I ain't gotta say.
Oh, come on. We gonna break it, break it, break it. Let's go, let's go. Ooh. I'm taking along on GBP USD. Like this little bottom on the 30-minute that it's created. And if I'm expecting the markets to take out yesterday's high, Euro USD and GBP USD should both head higher. Let's go. And yes, the Dow Jones is the strongest one out of the 3 indices this morning. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on.
Let's be clear, war is bad.
Come on.
And so I don't know how this will play out. Let's hopefully, if you look at the oil market's a little frightened that this is going to be more elevated. Obviously, we can't be frightened of one day actions and one day moves.
I need you to get over 63, bros. Get over 63. Make my morning. Make my day.
In Israel, we had to make sure that every one of our employees was safe, their families were safe. Some of our employees are being called.
There you go. Come on, baby. Come on. We need this thing to get over 63, man. In fact, I'm gonna put an alert right here. Create at or above 62. Come on. Now we just let it do its thing. I have 1 contract running. I do want to add some more, but I want to add down here.
Issue about that, I helped lead the movement because I felt that they had slaves, basically slaves. I think there are other schools right now where there are students who are very much at the best from any company that deals with Israel, works in Israel.
Adding EU to the longs. Let's go. Just entered long EU at 1.05258. Okay, looks like I'm gonna get my ad on NQ. Come on, baby. Come on. Don't play with me. Be nice.
Okay, for economic reasons, sure.
Be nice to me. Be nice to me.
It's a market sentiment instrument. So you can
That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Yeah, buddy.
That ETF, we're seeing some outflows recently. That's more of a market sentiment issue, and they're going to have to be spending a lot more money on military, and so their investments in tech and all that stuff's going to be slowing down. So look at war is bad.
Same shit yesterday, man. Yesterday they pinned it up here, and then finally we get the drop. So if you look at, let's take a look at ES, right? Look at ES pushing. ES has gotten above that low that intraday low of yesterday, right? Which is here, 43.95. Let's look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones has smashed that low, and it's heading towards the highs. There's no freaking conceivable way that the NASDAQ does not do the same. This is why I am dip buying until the NASDAQ does the move that I'm expecting it to do, which is to get out over this 15,363 and possibly take out those highs. And once NASDAQ breaks out, oh my God, if this ends up being a 50K day, I'm shutting down. I'm gonna shut down and just walk away. Come on. Matter of fact, we going.
Order filled.
I'm adding. I just added 3 more contracts back, so now I am long 4 contracts on NQ. I know she gonna break it out. Come on, man. I don't got time for this. Just give it to me so I can call it a day. About to start vacation early. Go treat myself a little bit.
Capitalism every day shows it's the best.
Chipotle? Nah, bro. We're gonna need to head to the Cheesecake Factory or something.
you so much for coming on our show.
Cheesecake Factory.
As we
Yeah.
go to break, let's check bonds. Yields a little bit close to the highs of the session, but still low.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on until 11, so take your time, no rush. Still waiting for NQ to do what I wanted to do. And again, you simply have to look at ES. Look at ES has gotten above that that area that it broke yesterday, right? So right here, we look at the Dow. Dow, same thing. The Dow's been done smashed that level. So there's, again, this is why I do not believe that NASDAQ is not going to do it. And if you look at yesterday, Dow Jones, ES, they both sold off first, and then NASDAQ caught up to them, right? NASDAQ did the opposite. Today, same thing. NASDAQ is still slacking and, you know, and being the lagger. So you know what? Psst, yo, we hitting it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Yeah, we go. There we go. Breakout. Yo, once NASDAQ gets over 15,363, game over. Game over. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Let me take
Order
two
filled.
off. Taking 2 contracts off on NQ. I have 2 left, 2 runners left. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm not even looking at my Forex side as well. Come on, I know you want to do it. Break it, break it, break it, break it. There we go. Come on. Come on, it's coming. It's coming. Pop that. Pop it. Pop it. Yeah, you guys, are you guys watching Dow Jones? Come on, break. Break, baby. Break. Break. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on.
Order filled.
Okay, taking 1 off. I have 1 runner left. I have 1 runner left on NQ. Come on, I know you're gonna break it. Oh, I fucking love days like this. Ooh, go. 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 Yes, it's over. Boom. Come on. You slacking, baby. Come on. Come on. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not there yet. I'm at 670 right now. Uh, 67.
Jim, what's on the
We're
mat?
gonna cover the banks. I'll tell you, JP Morgan's acting a little bit like Nvidia. They like that, Jensen Wong. Look out, Jamie Dimon. Wells Fargo, Charlie Sharp, maybe he's delivered. It's time. It's time for the banks. And why not? Everything else has been awful.
Jim, we'll see you tonight. What a
Thank
week.
you. Yeah, it was a great weekend. You know, look, Larry, I learned from him every time.
At 26 p.m. Jim's right. Banks trading at a 3-week high. It's not UNH. JP Morgan is leading the down. We're back at 2.
Okay, okay. Are we gonna scale back in? Come on. Don't play. You know you want to.
Order filled.
Re-adding the contract I took off.
Order filled.
Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Accidentally added another contract. Okay. Damn, she is so damn stubborn. Mm-mm. Back to some tunes.
She can get a taste. Fuck what a nigga say. Start saying like Mary Kate. She can get a taste. She can get a taste. Do you let it taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. A lot of girls like me, niggas wanna fight me. Nigga, get your ass checked like a fucking Nike. Me, not icy, that's unlikely. And she gon' suck me like a fucking high C. Chains on the neck for the whole thing.
Let's go.
And I
Oh,
feel
oh.
like Gucci with the ice cream.
What the hell was that?
Order filled.
Adding. Consumer sentiment. No big. Let's go. We gonna keep it going. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. Don't be like that. Oh, snap. Ooh. Okay. Like this how you feel? Come on. Fake out. Fake out. Do not hold me hostage. There we go. Yep. Pull it. Look at the fake out. Ah, fake out. Fake out. Fake out. Getting long on ES. Getting long on ES. Oh, beautiful. Let's go, you dirty little. They try me. Ooh, they tried me. Ooh, they freaking tried me.
Sector snapshot for you. Real estate, discretionary, and communication services weaker, but energy's leading the charge. Oil prices are rising on the back of tensions in the Middle East and
Testing me.
there.
Testing my
Utilities,
gangster.
financials, all higher and leading the market higher right now. We're going to talk about those bank earnings in just a moment. Gold is also stronger, which I'll note today on the back of all that
Don't
uncertainty.
play with me.
We're 30 minutes here into the trading
play with
session.
me. Come
Here
on.
are three areas of the market we are watching. Financials, I mentioned, on the move.
If any of you guys added at that 15,300, spot on.
Also in the green, beating estimates, raising its full year guidance after revenue there grew 14% from last year. And oil spiking higher after U.S. tightened sanctions on Russian crude sales. The U.S. imposed sanctions on 2 shipping companies carrying Russian crude
Let's
that it said
go.
violated the G7's oil price cap of $60 per barrel.
Come on,
Let's
baby.
get some
Come
US
on.
numbers with
Let's
Rick
go.
Santelli. Morning, Rick.
Get back in line. Back in line.
Carl and Sarah, do look at interest rates.
Uh-huh.
They're moving up a bit. Stocks moving down a bit. Maybe here's the reason why. University of Michigan sentiment at 63, a disappointment. Weakest level since May. Now, these are preliminary. They can't change. 66.7 on current conditions. Much weaker than 70.3. Expectations, 60.7. We were expecting a number closer to 66. Also, the weakest number since May. And one-year inflation went from a 3.2, lowest since March of 21, to the highest since May of this year at 3.8%. And 5 to 10-year inflation moved from 2.8, the lowest since SEP of 22, up to 3%. And even though we've had several 3%, to find a higher number at 3.1, guess what month? You have to go to May. So May is wild, and these are wild numbers. Higher inflation, weaker confidence, and this could be the stencil to pay attention to as prices remain sticky and growth becomes more questionable, at least based on some of these qualitative surveys. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Rick Santelli. Rick, thank you very much. I mean, it's a little bit troubling. You don't want to see stronger inflationary expectations and weaker confidence. But it also points to, I think, what Larry Fink was just talking about with you guys at BlackRock. He's in the camp that inflation is going to remain sticky and long-term yields are going to remain higher. He said above 5%. Pointed to yesterday's CPI number. I think would point to these inflation expectations as well. There's still not more than a 50% chance that the Fed raises interest rates in November or December at this point. But they're no doubt going to be watching these numbers.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we should make a list of people who are in the 5% camp. probably Jamie Dimon, Lee Cooperman, we ran some sound earlier. Obviously, Bill Ackman, Larry here on set a couple of moments ago. Did get some relatively dovish headlines.
Any
out of
questions
Harper
so far
today.
from you
Did
guys?
say policy was restrictive, and echoing Bostic said the Fed can probably relax here for now. But Bullard, even though he's no longer on, saying maybe 6.5, reiterating his long-term view.
Harker was important because he's a voting member right now on the committee, and I think he backed his other colleagues that they're not in a rush to continue to raise rates. Harker said, absent a stark turn in what I see in the data and hear from contacts, I believe we are at the point where we can hold rates where they are. Look, we did a lot, and we did it very fast.
Years of experience,
and that
bro.
seems to
Years
be
of
sort of
experience.
where the center of the Fed is going right
Years
now.
and
But they're
years
gonna
of
be watching
experience.
because they have to stay vigilant on
Honestly,
inflation.
charting it's like breathing to me. And my understanding of geopolitical and macroeconomics, it's pretty up there. So I'm just gonna say experience. I mean, 10 years. If you've been doing something for over a decade and you're not somewhat of professional in it, it's like, what are you doing, right? So over a decade of doing this, and I've learned a lot from experience, trial and error, and just from observing and being connected with different people in the financial industry, from Wall Street to hedge funds to self-made traders, and then from equities to futures, commodities, options, crypto. I mean, would how surprised would you be if I told you, like, there's individuals in my camp that they make that with a blink of an eye. Like, and it's crazy because before getting into trading, like, something like that it wasn't even something that, like, I could fathom, right? Because no one in my circle was making a grand, 2 grand, or 10 grand days. And then getting to a position where was making, 15, 20, 17K weeks. It's just like, oh, like, who in my circle was really doing that? Nobody. And then getting involved with people that they'll make 6 figures in a day. They'll make $1 million a week or a month. I mean, y'all seen Kush? Kush is over here making freaking 300-400 grand days and shit. So this right here, this ain't nothing. Like, that's the goal right there. Like, to be able to make, like, anywhere from low to mid 6 figures in a day or even a week. I mean, hell, monthly would be awesome. So thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, okay. So y'all haven't seen somebody do that on the future side. Copy that. Oh, just wait till when I get back. When I get back, oh, it's about to be a movie.
Let's talk more about the bank earnings and what the takeaways are. UBS Large Cap Banks and Consumer Finance Research Analyst Erica Najarian joins us. Overall, Erica, what picture did the banks give you about their strength and the economy overall?
Yeah, I think what the banks really told you today is higher interest rates is actually good for them. So it's thinking about what's really driving needs here. The banks essentially earn on, on balance.
So something to look over, to strive for. So yeah, NQ looks like it's not entirely. I still see NQ taking out this level. as long as we don't have a candle close below 254, we should still be good for an upside move. So All of this is just possibly accumulation, but it's still not a short to me. I'm still in the whole dip buying camp. Are you currently in? Yeah, I'm currently in NQ longs. Currently in 6 contracts long. I want to see this break of 63. This break of 63, I can call it a day. I mean, I'll call it a day by 11 by 11 a.m. either way. But look at it, see, it's another dip buy opportunity. Nope, I'm still in. Exactly. Exactly. It's very doable. And as you guys can see, and as you can see, again, on the future side, whether it be with an actual futures prop firm or whether it be with a Forex prop firm, it's easily doable. Like there's no reason that you guys, nobody can come in here and at least, coming in and seeing the analysis and guidance and not be able to make at least $200-300 a day. The test comes is like once you make that money, are you going to continue to trade or are you going to walk away? And even though I would love to continue having you guys, like stay on so I have more viewers at a time, it's just like once you make your money, cut out, go do something else. I don't even want to see you on here because that starts to help you build that proper habits that will provide you with longevity in this, right? Come in with a plan, come in with a target. You hit that target, go do something else. There's no need for you to remain in here still trading and whatever and potentially give that money back. And I always say this, once you've made your daily goal or you've gotten close to your daily goal, you have a choice. You can walk away, right, and just keep that money, or you can stay on, continue to trade. And as you continue to trade, you are running the risk of 2 things. Yes, you can make more money, but you could also give up the money that you've made, and you could even potentially give it all up and then be red on the day. So you guys have to be disciplined and understanding. You're not going to get rich overnight. You're not going to get to the point where you're making 3, 5, 10 grand in one day. It's a process. You have to start off low and then work your way up. And as you work your way up, you are going to build a cushion. Once you build a cushion and you can afford to take a little bit more risk, do so. But if you don't have a good base and a good cushion in the account to where you can risk a little bit more, hit and run, stick and move. Awesome. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, I would love to see you guys remain on here, but I want to see you guys make your wins, walk away, go do something else, get your payouts, right? Pass these accounts, get funded, get your payout. And for those of you guys, and I'm going to say this specifically to Charting Queen, right? You have several funded accounts. And I know you want to continue to work to get other accounts, but get paid first. I'm telling you, if you have a funded account, do not let that funding account just sit there and collect dust like, oh yeah, I wanna get 500,000 in funding. You can work towards that, but not all at once. Once you get funded, trade that account, get that payout, and then use those profits to go and get another account. And if in the off chance you end up, messing up and taking a loss, at least you got paid from it, right? So now it's no longer coming out of your pocket. So yeah, we gonna have to talk. Let's see.
Inside of Gaza, Israel is denying that, saying they have no indication at all that that is true. BBC News has not been able to independently verify that. But just for a moment, assuming that it is the case, case the 13 hostages or killed accidentally by Israeli bombing, that would be around 10% of the overall 150 or so hostages.
Ooh. Okay, I may have to stop out. You're welcome, bro. The money isn't really filled. Exactly. Until you lock that in, it's still air. And because, you know, we're in a time where we barely touch cash anyways. You know what I mean? So you want to at least see that money hit the bank account. And again, like I've tried to like kind of like sum it into words as the feeling, and there's like a switch that just goes off like once you get that money and you see that money hit your bank account, and then you actually take it and you use it for something. It's just like, oh shit, it's real, right? Because it's not real until then. Like all of this, and again, you know, there's still a lot of people that they're like, yo, is these funding firms really gonna pay out? Like, is this even something like that is sustainable? And yes, like there are tons and tons of people who are quitting their jobs after, again, building a cushion and finding consistency. Once you found consistency and discipline, I mean, sky's the limit. Yeah, if it breaks below 15 to 54, we're gonna go lower, but as long as it holds above it. Yeah. Come on.
Many names down 20% from their summer highs. The stocks you need to watch here. Big show still ahead. Got the Dow off the highs, but still up 150 points. Be right back.
Okay, stop loss on EU got hit. The turn of events. Mm. It's okay, your day. You know, does that NQNES make? No, so 8 a.m. is when the New York session, the New York futures session starts. And 8:30 a.m. Eastern is usually when high economic data comes out. So if you notice, CPI, jobless claims, PMI, non-farm payroll, a lot of U.S. economic data comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
family business.
Inflation, slowing growth, rising rates still front and center for the markets. Geopolitics now, of course, a rising risk. What does all that mean for the markets from here? Let's bring in Evercore founder and senior chairman Roger Altman, who joins us this morning at Post 9. It's great to see you, Roger.
Hey, Carl,
thanks for coming in. Your general view is that the sledding is tougher and will be tougher going into year end.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for equities to do well for the rest of the year. I mean, first we have this step function increase in open market interest rates, and yes, yields are down somewhat today. Treasuries are playing a safe haven role today, but fundamentally interest rates, as we all know, have risen very sharply.
I have to cut
So
out.
at the margin,
I have to
it
cut
makes
out.
sense to
Don't
park
play with
money
me.
in fixed income in a way that it didn't 12 months ago or 6 months ago. And at the margin, that's a disincentive to hold equities. Then monetary policy. We saw yesterday inflation is coming down in a very sticky, slow way. You know, CPI at 4.1 implied core PCE at super core PCE at 4.4. You know, that's a long way from where we need to get to. So the thesis on higher for much longer, it seems to me, on monetary policy is reinforced. Is there going to be another rate hike? Maybe not, but I think the cuts are pretty far off. And then the economy itself, albeit slowly, is decelerating.
Oh no, there's going
You
to
see
be
that in
more
temporary
rate
employment
hikes.
agencies. You see that in gasoline
Don't
futures. You see
count
that
the
in
chickens
housing.
yet.
Most people don't think there'll be an actual recession, but the economy is slowing some. And then, you know, the market's still expensive. I mean, the forward PE on the S&P 500, I think, is 17.6. And by historical standards, that's still quite high. So the outlook for equities, medium term, I think, is tough.
We just got these UMISH numbers where the 1 year
Scaling back in long on Dow Jones. Dow Jones has yet it hasn't broken market structure on the 30-minute time frame. So let me just give you a look at what that looks like. So we broke above, we've come back, we've retested this level. As you can see right here, this was support and resistance on a higher time frame. We rejected here, drop, we've broken above, we've come back to retest, and now from here, it should continue. Ooh, and gold is looking pretty good too.
Statement says this may be the most dangerous time the world has seen in decades. It's clearly more worried about the geopolitical landscape than the economic one right now. Are you advising your clients differently when it comes to deals and behavior?
First of all, Jamie is completely right about that. Parenthetically,
Oh boy, I may have to scale out of NQ. Damn, time is flying. It's already 10:30.
The House cannot act. So we had some emergency need to pass legislation. They're either going to find a speaker or you're not going to pass it.
And taking national government to clear.
Right now you have dysfunction there of a historical level. So it's a pretty alarming political.
Yeah, it definitely is, because again, it's holding as long, and for me, as long as it holds over 15,254, I'm gonna hold. If it breaks 15,254, I'm gonna have to take the loss.
And investors realize that it means returns, different asset allocations, and so forth. I find that to be impeccable logic. And so you add all that up, you say this is a tough environment. Why don't I take a little more conservative stance, maybe more fixed income? And that's one of the reasons I think markets, at least equities, are going to have a hard time.
On the other hand, there's always AI and GLP-1s and hopes about elongating life cycles for the human race.
Well, those are longer term things, and they are positive, sure. I mean, is the United States ultimately going to still be the strongest economy in the world and still outgrow almost everyone else who's a comparable country? Yes. We're just talking about the short term. And I've thought for a long time, and I still think the United States is the best place to be and to invest. But for the next 3 or 4 months, I think people are going to be cautious.
Roger, we'll leave it there. Pick it up soon. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Coming up next, some tough words out of Ford today, saying it's, quote, at the limit of what it can offer the UAW to get a deal. As the union president, Sean Fain, speaks this hour about the strikes at the Big Three. We'll talk about what's at stake in a minute.
Order filled.
Closed out half. I'm leaving the rest for a full stop at 15,250. Bay. That was holding pretty freaking well, man. If NQ can turn around and reclaim 15,300, I'll re-add the 3 contracts I just closed. Oh, don't play with me. Come on. Let's go. And they're dirty. They just couldn't let me live. Couldn't let me live.
Silvana Hanau, and here's your CNBC News update at this hour. Israeli Defense Forces tell NBC News that the evacuation of northern Gaza must be carried out as soon as possible after dropping leaflets hinting at an upcoming ground invasion and telling residents to evacuate their homes immediately and move south. The UN saying it's impossible to evacuate more than 1 million civilians without, quote, devastating humanitarian consequences. Tens of thousands of Muslims across the Middle East took to the streets after morning prayers today in support of Palestinians after the call from a former Hamas leader for today to be a global day of anger. Law enforcement agencies across the U.S. are stepping up their patrols in Jewish communities, but multiple officials tell NBC News that while they are monitoring a lot of chatter on social media, so far, none of the threats are, quote, specific and credible. And President Biden expected to speak today with the families of some of the Americans believed to be held hostage in Gaza. The president told 60 Minutes that he wants them to know how deeply he cares about them and vowed to do everything in his power to get them home. Carl?
Silvana, thanks. Let's get to the UAW strikes today. Union President Sean Fain speaking this hour. This top executive at Ford saying they're, quote, at the limit of what it can offer to get a new deal. Our next guest believes, quote, UAW President Sean Fain may have fueled member expectations so high.
Be sure to enjoy your vacation, Doc.
Maybe more difficult to get something ratified. Mark Fields joins us today, former Ford CEO, CNBC contributor.
Sometimes like this, a full disconnection from the markets actually, and the charts actually does you some good, where you come back, refreshed, and it's like, oh, whoa. I tend to have some really good weeks after I come back from like a vacation or a trip, especially when I've taken time from like not looking at charts. Oh man.
So it clearly is an escalation here, and I think the UAW's counter is, hey, we're gonna hit one of the crown jewels, if you will, of the Ford business. But I also think
Okay,
this might
30.
we might be nearer to the end game here. Because at the end of the day,
I come back on the 26th.
the UAW hitting demonstrate to his rank and file that he is pressing as hard as he can. And I think importantly, when you think about how UAW is thinking about this strike action versus the automakers, Ford, GM, and Stellantis, I think in looking at the business, the UAW is playing, if you will, checkers, and the automakers are playing chess. And what I mean by that is the UAW is just thinking one contract, which is about 4 years. Because listen, they're elected officials; they have to get elected, another couple of years, so they have to show they're making ground. Whereas the automakers, they're thinking they're stewards of the business, so they have to think 5 to 10 years in advance and making sure that they're paying their employees fairly, at the same time not saddling the companies with an uncompetitive position versus the non-union imports or Tesla or some of the new startups.
Right. We should point out that Fane has begun to speak, and we'll monitor that. Some headlines, of course, Facebook Live. That was one of the things, Mark, was that the action against the Kentucky plant happened without the sort of routine live stream that Fane has been doing, and that took a lot of the street by surprise.
Well, it falls into the strategy from, I think, the communications director. They wanted to, actually, quote unquote, they wanted to keep the D3 wounded from us.
Don't worry. Damn. Monday. I'll be on Monday. So Monday morning I'll be on, and by Monday morning I'll have the link for the free Telegram for you guys. So that way you guys will still be able to see and get alerts from me. Okay, awesome.
This getting to a tentative agreement and getting uncharted territory. It's been so transparent, and been so transparent in raising the expectations, if you will. It's going to be interesting to see whatever is agreed to, the ability to get that done.
We're going to stick with you. We do want to get to Phil the phone and tell us what Fane's been saying. Phil?
He said right off the bat, this is a new phase of negotiation with the trade automakers, which requires a new approach. And then he went on to say,
I'm actually moving from Philly to
new strike
Tampa
targets today.
the next
In
month.
the future, what will happen is what we saw on Wednesday.
Oh, word?
The announced
Awesome.
strike at the Kentucky truck plant with Ford. Fane has said we will stand by, ready to announce further strikes as we deem necessary, depending on the state of negotiation. So there will be no new strikes announced today during this Facebook Live presentation, but we could see more down the road, like we saw on Wednesday with Ford, according to Sean Fane. Again, in his words, it all depends on the progress or lack of progress in the negotiations. Carl, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark Field's still with us. Thank you, Phil. Phil LeBeau. Mark, anything surprising there?
Well, no, it fits into that same kind of construct of, keeping the automakers on their toes. But I do think actually it's a good sign, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to think about within the strikes are only
So they're probably holding this down here until the London close. Once London closes, we should see a decent reversal.
of the rank and file UAW not getting paid and just getting strike pay. And when you look at the transparency of what's been put on the table by the automakers, these offers that are put on the table, if you take them at face value, you know, this would put the auto workers in the top 25% compensation of all workers in the U.S., whether it's hourly or salary.
There we go.
So
Come
for those
on.
that are on strike, they're going to start getting a little antsy, and it's going to make for some interesting conversations over the dinner table, saying, why are we still out on strike when bulk of the other UAW members are not? When are we going to get an off?
Ooh,
So if you do really think
baby,
that this is nearing a tipping point,
gotta
you
get
mentioned
with
what's
you
at stake earlier
tonight.
in one of your answers that glossed over, but I want to highlight for the automakers and for the UAW for that matter, which is a loss of competitiveness for GM, for Ford, for Stellantis against not just the EV makers like
Adding to
Tesla,
my
but
ES long.
OEMs as well. Do you think that
Let's
what
go.
happens because of some of these demands and what they're talking about in terms of increases?
Well, I think at the end of the day, for the
Yes,
UAW,
baby.
Sarah, as you know, their business model is all about membership and growing membership. And if you have a cost structure from the automakers that makes them less competitive over time, that's not going to be good for the UAW.
Right.
On the automaker side, you know, they're looking at this business and they're saying we have a competitive wage gap now. By paying employees more, it's going to widen that. And listen, today they can manage that because of the mix of their business. They sell lots of trucks and SUVs.
Come on.
But I think,
Get
you know,
over
you have to look at
300.
whenever this contract is negotiated, the non-union imports, they're also going to have to raise their employees' wages. So, you know, both these things will be moving at the same time. I think the real issue is around the competitiveness.
Get over.
EVs,
There you go.
and, you know, the automakers
Get over 3.
are in a very uncompetitive position. They're going to have to, you know,
There we
think very
go.
seriously about
There we
resourcing their
go.
products
Yes,
to
sir.
places like Mexico to be competitive.
Mark, we'll see. No immediate expansion of the work stoppage. Maybe we'll watch the weekend, of course, to see what develops.
Adding to my Dow Jones long.
An important deadline today for crypto investors. Bob Bassani here with more. Bob. We don't have your audio, but we'll try to get it fixed for you because there is an SEC deadline for crypto that Bob is going to tell us all about. We'll try to work on it during a commercial break.
Meantime, holding on to gains here. S&P 4362 did lose some ground in materials and industrials in the early part of the session this morning. Some of the Dow names we're tracking. Microsoft closing its acquisition of Activision, but the regulatory heat may not be over yet. And of course, Boeing, the worst performing name of the 30. We'll tell you why after a short break.
All right. About 23 minutes left till the London close. They might pin this until 12:01. Okay, you back just in time, just in time. So we got NQ just hovering around this area, waiting to see if it's going to break above 15,300 or if it's going to break below 15,255. Yeah, I'm still long. I'm still long NQ. My cost average is 15,328. I was long 6 contracts. I ended up cutting out half, and I'm looking for this to break above 15,300 for me to re-add the contracts I took off to see if we'll finally make the move to take out this 15,363 area.
BlackRock, PNC, sitting even UNH. Treasuries, meantime, we got some dovish comments out of Harker, but the University of Michigan consumer sentiment headlines were not that great.
Yeah, I'm maybe not necessarily a new high, but I do see and still want to see this break above this level right here, 15,363. So if we can break that, or if we can break above that, I'm golden for the day. I mean, I'm golden for the day right now. I did give a bit back. But yeah, so I'm just waiting. So I have my stop loss at 15,250 even on the remaining 3 contracts that I have. And let's see if I get taken out. Even if I get stopped out, it's still a relatively good day. And
Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick on CNBC Squawk Box this morning, speaking to Microsoft's concessions to close the deal.
They've given up a lot, but I think it will encourage competition, and this gets back to the willingness of Microsoft to engage and listen and respond appropriately to the concerns of government.
And she's sliding.
Though the CMA's approval clears a major hurdle off the table, there continue to be challenges here in the U.S. The FTC reiterating its opposition to this deal, writing, quote, "We remain focused on the federal appeal process despite Microsoft and Activision closing their deal in advance of a scheduled December appeals court hearing. Microsoft and Activision's new agreement with Ubisoft presents a whole new facet to the merger that will affect American consumers, which the FTC will assess as part of its ongoing administrative proceeding. The FTC continues to believe this deal is a threat to competition." Now, back in July, a judge blocked the FTC's attempt to stop this deal. That was a key victory for Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft in getting this done. But it's clear, Carl, Sarah, that this battle is still not entirely over.
Hard to say mission accomplished quite yet, Julia. Thanks, Julia Borston. Let's get to Boeing, which is the worst performing stock in the Dow right now. We just talked to Phil Bowman a moment ago on the UAW, but Phil has some on what's driving some of these Boeing losses. Phil?
It continues to be the problems with the MAX as they want to increase production, and they are moving to increase production and deliveries. They continue to have to do rework and inspections, and in this case, they are expanding inspections on the 737-8 versions of the MAX. Now, these are MAXes that are being built in production, not ones that are already in service. The target, once again, non-conforming parts of the plane. In this case,
thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna still try to, you know what I'm saying, again, give you guys some alerts and analysis. For you, Jaffe, we're actually gonna be closer to the same time zone because I'll be 7 hours ahead from East Coast time.
They are not impacted by this issue. If you take a look at shares of Boeing, keep in mind, the focus for Wall Street is, aside from the inspections, what happens with the delivery guidance on the MAX this year? The company has said 400 to 450 is the target. They said after the second quarter that they were on target to hit that. Do they have to modify that when they report their earnings, which is next week? So that's when we will find out. Because they're in a quiet period, they're not changing their guidance or with regard to these expanded inspections. And then quickly take a look at Spirit. As I mentioned, they are the primary supplier on the fuselage for the 737 MAX. But guys, we've talked about how many problems there have been at Spirit, Sarah. They replaced their CEO last week. They said, we've got to do better than this.
So I'm gonna stream Monday for like maybe an hour and a half, and I'll post the Telegram link here where you'll be able to still get alerts as when I'm trading. So and analysis. So I'll still do some analysis on when I'm not doing anything and still post it so you guys can still get some alerts and views and just overall direction and key levels to look for.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's a good time, but it's crunch time for the SEC on this. We've been waiting for months and months. The SEC has until midnight tonight to decide if it wants to appeal
the DC Circuit Court of Appeals ruling that the SEC was wrong to reject an application for Grayscale Investments to create a spot Bitcoin ETF. So the court ruled that the SEC had already allowed a futures.
Hey, do you know about the excuse me, the crypto exchange that Saudi Arabia is launching next year? That's going to completely replace Coinbase, and their exchange is in all good standings.
That they overlooked or they misapprehended the facts in the case. Well, that's going to be tough. The ruling against the SEC was unanimous. So it's tough to imagine the SEC may come up with some new and novel reasons to turn Grayscale down that they haven't talked about before. So should they decide
You don't know? Oh, bruh, you are like hours away from them. So essentially, when it comes to crypto, we have some not so regulated exchanges like Binance, TFT was one, and Coinbase is actually being sued, right? And Saudis next year, 2024, they're launching a crypto exchange. So over here in the US, a lot of investors have wanted to be able to invest in crypto, and they've been getting cut off where the only thing that they allowed was the ETF BTC, right? So right now, if an investor wanted to participate in crypto / BTC, right, they can trade the ETF, the futures of it. But there's other forms of, again, being able to invest in it that they're not being allowed, and the only option for most US is Coinbase. But Coinbase is trash in comparison to crypto.com, which is why I'm a big fan and user of crypto.com. But in 2024, Saudi is launching a crypto exchange that is on all good standings on every governmental level, right? Which will allow individuals and investors to invest in that. So basically, what investors have been wanting to get access to over here in the US and have been consistently blocked, Saudis are offering it, or they will be offering it in 2024. So this is just going to be huge for crypto. Plus, 2024 we call Bitcoin is gonna have what's called the halving, where essentially the current supply of Bitcoin is going to like be cut down. So less supply, more demand. What happens to price? Okay, but yeah, so just means there's going to be a high influx of capital going to the Middle East, more than it already has been. Oh yeah, I mean they've been broke ground on the line. That's gonna be really interesting to see, man. That's I mean there's a few like massive projects that the Saudis have. There's the line. There's this huge square cubicle structure that they're building. They're also doing some kind of like land no ocean city, bro. Like they are not playing around. Damn, up. There we go. 5 points away from getting fully stopped out on NQ. Don't do me like that. Still alive. Still alive. Oof. Still alive. I'm probably gonna get stuff done. Oh yeah, I'm still up on the day.
Wells Fargo's conference call currently up about 4%. Let's get to Leslie Picker with some headlines. Hey, Leslie.
Hey, Carl, yeah.
I haven't been stopped out yet.
Bank earnings Wells Fargo is ongoing. Q&A starting just a short while ago. In his remarks, CEO Charlie Sharp spoke about the macro cross-currents.
Oh, if this thing can turn around here. Ugh.
He noted that the economy continues to be resilient thanks to the labor market and strengthened consumer spending. He said the firm's base case remains a continued slowdown in the economy, though, while remaining prepared for scenarios given there's a quote significant
Okay, stopped out.
in the markets ahead.
All right, that's it for me. When it comes to NQ, I am donezo.
Charge-offs continue to deteriorate modestly. Wells Fargo reported a beat on both the top and bottom lines and continued an upward
All
trajectory.
right, well, not too shabby. Still a good day.
Detailing profitability from loan making was updated to 16% higher for 2023, up from prior guidance of 14% that they laid out earlier this year, and then 10% before that. So you can continue to see that guidance just increase over the course of the year. Now, while expenses did decline in the quarter, guidance on expenses also rose, up by about $500 million. CFO Mike Santomassimo said on the conference call that, quote, there are very few parts of the company we'd say are optimized at this point, but he goes on to say that in the budget process, they take a very disciplined approach to every single area of the company. So as I was dropping off the call,
Well, I cut out half. I cut out half of it, and just the fact that it looked like it was gonna reverse, I held, but it's all right. I only got stopped out on 3 contracts instead of 6, so small, medium loss. I'm still up. I'm still up on the day, so still up 5 figures on the day. So after this, I'm good. No more trades for me for the day, guys. I'm gonna jump off at 11. And for everyone, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Don't do nothing crazy. And I'll be seeing you guys back on Monday morning.
Show a tick up in investment banking activity as a result of that. So obviously the mix is different for each of those 3 firms, but overall investment banking activity did see a significant bright spot.
Yeah, we'll see if any of this, I guess, tepid beginning to the window opening can continue. Leslie, what a morning.
Yeah.
We're just getting started with those. There's more next week. That's our Leslie Picker. Meantime, BlackRock did report a profit beat. Revenue slightly shy, with assets under management hit $9.1 trillion at the end of the quarter. Higher than a year ago levels, but below the 9.4 they reported at on Q2. Larry Fink did join us in the last hour. We talked about where he sees yields going.
We have a better understanding of the texture of what's going on in our ETF platform and our global network. And unquestionably, we're seeing in my barometer of hope and fear, with all the geopolitical issues, we're seeing more fear, more people pulling back. And you're actually seeing that in the yield curve. You've seen the yield curve flatten, right? And the yield curve is flattening because, people think we're closer to the end of rate hikes. Still calling for rates, long rates to be above over 5%. And I think the numbers of inflation really shows the stickiness of it.
Sometimes it's best to just walk away. Yep. If you take a major loss, like at times when you take a major loss or major win, it's really good to just walk away and reassess and come back.
Yes. Yeah, it was worth some 19 billion.
Yeah, but put a pretty positive spin on the long-term trajectory for inflows. Up next, honing in on the hammered housing stocks. Renewed rate hike fears continue to loom in this group, and names like D.R. Horton sitting 20% off their highs of the year. What investors need to know after the break.
Okay, okay. Still time for you to redo and recoup. So, well, maybe not today, but just take the day off, if anything, and then just look to come back. So like I said, no more trades for me again, guys. Thank you. Thank you again for joining. Hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I will be on Monday morning at 8:30. I'll stream for about an hour. Well, probably till like 10 a.m. and then call it a day. So, you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Happy Friday. Be safe. Those of you guys that are green on the day or break even, it's still a win. Small losses, still a win. So just, be sure to don't overtrade and get too emotional about it, and look to come back on Monday refreshed. Peace.